Hello students, now we are going to study unit 4 of the paper titled Knowledge and Curriculum. This unit is on curriculum design models. Since we already know that curriculum design is an aspect of the educational profession which focuses on developing curriculum for students. So some characteristics of curriculum design are that it is purposeful, deliberate, creative, operates on many levels and requires compromises. It can fail because one or more components may fail because the components do not work well together. And lastly, curriculum design has stages because it is a systematic way of going about planning instruction. We know that the sources of curriculum design are science, society, learners, knowledge, and eternal and divine sources. Steps in curriculum design are identification of the problem, diagnosis of the problem, searching alternative solutions, selection of the best one, then ratification of the solution by the organization, authorization of the solution, preparation for adopting the solution, then adoption of the solution, direction and guidance of the staff, and lastly, evaluation of the effectiveness of the solution. There are three standard models of curriculum design: discipline design, learner centered design, and problem centered design. In the discipline design, it indicates that a discipline is specific knowledge that has the same essential characteristics as a community of person, an expression of human imagination, a domain, a tradition, or a mode of inquiry, and so on. In learner centered design, it may be based on the anticipated needs and interests of the learners based on this stage of development. Usually, this curriculum is built upon the normal activities children engage in, such as playing, storytelling, drawing, and the like. In this kind of curriculum, content is not organized into subjects like mathematics, English, or science. Instead, content may be subdivided into coursework such as storytelling, playing, singing, etc. There are various types of learner centered designs as well. For example, child centered designs, experience centered designs, radical and humanistic designs. In problem centered designs, it draws on social problems and the needs, interests, and abilities of learners. Several variations exist. Some focus on persistent life situations, others center on contemporary social problems, and some address areas of living, and some even concern with the reconstruction of society. So, there are again three types of problem centered designs, which are life situation designs, core designs, and social problem or reconstructionist designs. Curriculum development, as we have discussed the definition below, which is the process of selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experiences on the basis of needs, abilities, interests of the learners, and the nature of the society or community. The concept of curriculum development are alignment and coherence, scope, sequence, continuity, and integration. And at the same time, objectives are all round development of curriculum, all round development of students, to involve human experiences, to develop moral character, to develop thinking, reasoning, and to consider stages of growth and development, increasing right type of feeling, to create democratic attitude, integration of various subjects, to determine mode of interaction as well. Principles of curriculum development are that of relevancy, flexibility, continuity, efficiency, and effectiveness. All of these which we have discussed in the previous videos in detail. Stages of curriculum development are diagnosing needs, formulating specific objectives, selecting the content, and organizing the content, along with selecting and organizing learning experiences, evaluation, and lastly, checking the balancing and sequencing. Make sure to remember the difference between curriculum development and curriculum design, because curriculum development is a systematic planning of what is to be taught and learned in schools, as reflected in the courses of study and school programs. But at the same time, curriculum design refers to the way we conceptualize the curriculum and arrange its major components to provide direction and guidance as we develop the curriculum. Some components required in curriculum development are situational analysis, in which we analyze different conditions such as emotional, political, cultural, etc. Then there's formulation of objectives in which various factors are considered, including society, knowledge, learner, learning processes. Then there's selection of content on various bases like availability of sources and resources, demand of society, methods, level and age of learner, number of courses offered, type of society and culture, system of examination, and so forth. Then there's strategies and methods of teaching, and lastly, evaluation. Considering the models of curriculum development, because model is really the first step in curriculum development. It determines the type of curriculum used. It encompasses educational philosophy, approach to teaching, and methodology. Its components are focus, approach, content, process, and structure. And model frameworks are of subject, integration, spiral, inquiry, and experiential. There are three major models. The first one is Hilda-Taba model. In this, the stages are diagnosis of need, formulation of objectives, selection of content, organization of content, selection of learning experiences, organization of learning activities, evaluation, and means of evaluations. Some applications of this model are that this model is currently used in most curriculum designs. It is used in identifying the needs of the students, developing objectives, selecting instructional method, organizing learning experiences, and evaluating. Some strengths of this model are that it gives teacher a greater role. It uses inductive method. Teacher approach is used in this model. It is noted that teachers are aware of students' needs, and it considers curriculum as a plan for learning. The second model is Taylor and Alexander model. In this, the various stages are goals, objectives, and domains, which is number one. Then there's curriculum designing, curriculum implementation, and evaluation. Another and the third model is Tyler model, which was introduced in 1949 by Ralph Tyler. In this particular model, firstly, there's determination of the school's purpose, then there's identification of educational experiences related to purpose, then there's organization of the experience, evaluation of the purpose in the end. We must also discuss the need of curriculum change. Since people improve with greatest enthusiasm when they detect the desire of the stimulator of improvement to improve, therefore there is need for a curriculum change, or it causes such. Other causes include the direction of improvement, which should be determined cooperatively or should be determined, as people's goals differ, and people improve through experiencing. And therefore, these are the various causes that cause need for curriculum change. Some objectives of these are to restructure, to eliminate unnecessary units, to introduce latest and updated models, to add or delete number of clinical errors if there are any, to correlate and to select clinical learning experiences. Types of curriculum change are empirical rational, normative re-educative strategies, and power strategies. At the same time, stages of curriculum change are initiation, legitimizing, and congruence. And factors affecting curriculum change are explosion of knowledge, community, society, socio-political factors, and economic factors. Developing a program for curriculum change, the following things are required. So, develop a faculty consensus as to what level of involvement your program or school should and can play in curriculum. If the decision is made to proceed with necessary curriculum change, undertake a process to develop and implement this change. Consider various funding possibilities, take into account changes in the regulatory environment. Consider your constituencies that are affected by the change process. And the way you organize and run the department or school can have an important effect on the innovation process as well. With this, we complete all the 4 units of paper titled Knowledge and Curriculum. If you have any doubts, any queries related to this paper, any topic, any unit, feel very free to contact us. We have provided the email ID, the phone number with which you can contact us. All of these have been provided again and again in the description box. You're always welcome with your questions or queries, if any. Watch rest of the videos for a better understanding, and for learning about the next paper or a different paper, watch other playlist of that particular paper.